Hello everyone, welcome back. And guess what? The sensible thing, after playing Worm Unlimited, Zion, Mortal Online recently, would be to stop playing Sandbox, other Sandbox games. But those of you that have watched me over a period of time, you kind of know this is my habit. I can't help myself. I literally have to buy all of the games that interest me, and yeah. So anyway, what happened was I was searching for videos on YouTube for Worm Online and Worm Unlimited, and I happened to... No, this is exactly what happened. The guy had made a Worm Unlimited video, his first one, and then I saw in his past videos, I saw he had done Life is Feudal. So I started watching Life is Feudal videos and got really interested in the game. He made some really good videos that kind of showed a lot of the aspects of the game, and it got me interested. And I was able to buy the game on offer for like 23 US. It didn't seem like a lot of money. So, well, and also the guy that makes the playthrough also has his own server, so I'm now on his own server in Life is Feudal. So it might seem kind of crazy. It might seem kind of crazy that I'm kind of trying another Sandbox game, but I suppose one thing you could say about this game is because it's a game that you buy and you can host your own server, so there's no real subscription fee. So if I play the game and decide I don't like it or I want to wait for it to improve, then it's not really going to cost me anything. I can actually hang on to it for as long as I need to, So I've been in this game Life is Feudal for about 3 hours, roughly. Just basically surviving. I walked around. I looked at the map. I found out there's a lake. Now, I assume that most people... I usually find that most people in these kind of games, they usually like to make a home near a lake. So when I saw that there was a lake on the map, I immediately went there, and I expected there to be loads of places around. But there aren't, or not that I can see. I think there's a guy over there. Maybe later we can go have a look. I'm actually really enjoying the game so far. I've had to turn the graphics to around medium. I was finding the game quite laggy on my system, quite badly optimized, but with medium, and also I'm only running the game at 1080p. I'm kind of getting between 30 to 40 FPS, which is kind of acceptable, but I do hope they do optimize the game further, because the game does actually look really nice in my opinion. So if they can just optimize it more, that would be great, and then we can have the full benefit of the graphics, because I believe that the graphics look really nice actually. So I've not really been doing that much. One thing I think is awesome in this game, so I found this area that I thought would be really nice, obviously by the lake. I thought there's trees around, there's water around, this would be a good place for me to make a home. So then I decided I would try to flatten the land, and I found out that the terraforming in this game, I think, is really awesome. All that you have to do, I'm usually really bad at the terraforming in these kind of games. I've tried it a little bit in Zion and Worm, and I'm always really bad, and I end up with a really uneven thing. But the thing that's awesome about this game is that all you have to do is right click on a tile. You go to the observe thing here under terraforming, and it shows you all of the numbers, like what the level is of each of the tiles. Now you can see I've been trying to get all the tiles down to 6, so it just makes it so easy, so I can just have a look around and say, oh, there's a tile here that I need to lower, or I need to make higher. So for example, there's a tile here that's 5.5, so I can just go like this, press escape, and I'm right there. I right click, I go to terraforming, and I go to raise ground level, So I'm finding this really good. Now, probably the reason why other other games are not doing it this way is because maybe it's a bit of a cheaty way of doing it. Usually in these kind of games, they like them to be uber realistic. And I also like these games when they're uber realistic. However, I'm usually really bad at the terraforming stuff. So this, for me, is really good because, as you can see, it enables me to make a rather flat piece of land, and I've been working on this for a while. So yeah, it's pretty good. Also, the other thing, I don't know what the exact rates are on this server, but I'm pretty sure that the skills are going up at a pretty high level. I'm already, after being in the game for only 3 hours, the terraforming is up to 80. So it's obviously a fair bit faster in terms of leveling up skills. I don't really mind that. I mean, it's still going to be a fair amount of effort for you to make an area, you know, because the actual process of making things is still going to be a little bit slow. But the skills do seem to actually level up a fair bit faster, which, you know, I kind of like. And the other thing as well is, one thing that I don't like with Worm, I mean, I find that the UI is not helpful with the grind. Maybe I wouldn't find the grind so hard in Worm if the menus were more, you know, were slightly easy, because it isn't only they use the menus, but the menus are quite large. The menus are quite small, so that means that when you are using them, you have to be very, very exact with the mouse, which I believe is one of the factors that is kind of making that uncomfortable after a few hours of play. Whereas with this, when you look at the UI, you can see that it is also a menu, but it's a lot larger, so it's a lot easier for you to easily choose things. I find with Worm that you really have to do it very carefully, and you'll come here and you'll accidentally close it, and you have to, you know, it's a lot more exact in Worm, which I don't like. I need to work out in Worm, maybe there's a way for me to make the UI larger in Worm. Usually in MMOs they do allow that, so I need to look into that. Maybe that would help me to, you know, enjoy Worm a bit more, because I do really like the idea of Worm and everything, but I'm just finding the grind with the UI just a bit hard to take, really. Anyway, so in this game, yeah, the UI I find is pretty alright, and it's fairly obvious where things are, so yeah, it's pretty good. It's got all the usual things where you have to eat. I don't think you have to drink yet. I can't find a way for me to actually drink. I made a cup, but I haven't found a way of how to drink, so I assume at the moment that is not in the game yet. If I look at the inventory, I do actually like the way the inventory is, where things kind of, you can randomly place things. It's like freeform. The thing that I don't like is very often you will close it and you will reopen and everything is mixed up again. So it seems to not always stay exactly where you want it. I don't know, it seems to often get kind of mixed up. Like that should be up here, for example. Yeah, maybe that's a problem with something I am doing, but yeah, I do like the idea of this freeform inventory, but I think it would be nice if everything kind of stayed in the way that you organized it. Yeah. Okay, now one of the first things that I would recommend when you first enter the game is you basically just have to go like this, right click and pick up plant fibers like this, loads of them. You come over to a tree, you pick up loads of branches, again right click, forestry, snap off a branch. You will need loads of that stuff. And also, if you can find a tree that has apples, I'm not sure that I have any around, but if you just walk around and have a look up and you see what looks like an apple on any of the trees, then you can eat the apples. That's a fairly good source of food when you first start the game. I did also make a fishing rod. So another thing that I would say is you just right click on a twig, for example, and you go to create a primitive tool, and then you can start creating all these very, very basic tools. So I've made a lot of these. I also made a fishing pole thing, and I did actually catch a fish, but it's still in my inventory because I've not been able to make a cooking pot because I've not been able to find rock anywhere. So when I find rock, I'll be able to make a pot, and I'll be able to actually do a bit of fishing and be able to cook the fish, because apples don't really, like you have to eat loads of apples for it to work, for you to be full enough kind of thing, which is a little bit slow going. Anyway, so I've got some soil on me, so before I show you the other guy's place over there, I'm going to plonk them down somewhere. I'm not sure if I want to go that far along that way, so what I might do actually, nope, maybe over here. Trying to find, oh yeah, so this one here I need to put here, I think. Let's just put here. So I'll plonk down the soil that I've got. Maybe I have chosen a bad time for me to actually play on this server, because obviously, like I said, the guy that is running this server, he also seems as if he's playing Worm Unlimited right now, so maybe there were not a lot of people on this server because they're all playing Worm Unlimited. Maybe, I don't know, so maybe it was a bad time for me to get into this game. But anyway, I'm enjoying it at the moment. It's kind of a shame that I can't have the graphics a little bit higher, but anyway, I'm sure they'll work on that. Whoops. So I think this is the only other place that I can see around here, around the lake. I'm really surprised, because usually, like I said, I find that people like to make their places around a lake. But in this game, maybe not. And this is the only lake on the map, as you can see. So I've not actually seen where all the other stuff is on the server. I believe there is like a city or a town on the server as well. So okay, let's go have a look at this guy's little place. So is this some kind of... Ooh, this looks like rock, doesn't it? Interesting. So I wonder... Anyway, obviously I have a lot to learn about this game. I've only been in it a few hours. Also, this guy's got a nice little place up here. I'm not sure if things will decay over time. Okay, the Elder One. Oh, it's got a timer on it. Why is there a timer on it? Is that the amount of time he hasn't been here or something? I don't know. Plaster, tiny... Oh, oh. So I can walk in there. Interesting. There are some like glitchy things that with the graphics where you can see this tree is like floating a little bit. Well, actually over there as well. So they do need to work on some of the graphical things. I mean, it is obviously an alpha, so what is this going to be? Workbench, okay. So it looks like this guy's probably quite an early player as well. He doesn't seem to have done that much in the game. He's got himself a kiln. What's this going to be? Spinning wheel, workbench, furnace, trader cart. Oh, so I can open his stuff. I'm not going to steal any of his stuff. I'm not mean. So it seems like people can just open your stuff. Okay. I wonder if there's a way, like in Worm, for you to actually lock stuff. Like, I just walked into his house and I just opened his cart. Anyway, this tree seems to be, like, broken. Now, I thought I saw someone making a little place over here. Now, it would be nice if there were people, like, around in this area, because obviously it would be great to have other people. It looks like someone started making a place, doesn't it? Looks like someone started to flatten out and then made... Well, hopefully they will come back. Because it would be nice to have neighbours, wouldn't it? It's quite a nice little flat area, isn't it? So yeah, so hopefully this guy will come back. It will be awesome to get a neighbour, someone to like chat to and help out. That would be good. And like I said, I don't see anyone else around here. I'm not sure how far away the town is, or the city, or whatever, but I'm sure the more I play it, I'll obviously learn more of the map. And I need to eat. Have I got any more apples? I thought I had more. So this is yeah. You see, this is the thing. Look, they hide behind other things in the inventory. It's a little bit weird. Like, it is a really good idea for a freeform inventory. Also, I did hear some rumblings from people that were thinking that the game has been abandoned, or that they're working more, because the people that are making this game, basically this is the first version of the game, but the main version of the game is going to be actually an MMO. So they're working on the MMO, which I believe will come out in alpha next year, I think. So I did hear some kind of rumblings that people were saying, oh, well, this game is not being developed any further, they've just abandoned it. But actually, they have been updating it recently. Like, I saw a hot fix this week, I think it was, and you know, they are certainly updating the game. So the game is nowhere near dead. So in terms of the development, I mean, so that's pretty good. Okay, so I think I'm going to end the video there. Hopefully I kind of gave you a interesting first impressions of this game. I've not really done much in the game, but so far I am liking the game. I think it's got a lot of potential. I have been enjoying the work I have done in the game so far, and let's hope that continues. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.